Due to frivolous allegations and factless accusations defaming his personality and painting a denting image of him by mischief makers, Olorogun Kenneth Gbagi has cleared the air on reports maligning his image as a man that doesn't pay workers salaries and has addressed the issue of stripping his workers naked. Olorogun Kenneth Gbagi, a frontline PDP gubernatorial aspirant in the Delta 2023 race, revealed this during a live program at Delta Broadcasting Service in Asaba and promised to give out the sum of 10 million naira to anyone with proof of the above allegations while revealing the perpetrators behind the menace.
For you to say somebody worked for me and I did not pay the person, that would mean that I've committed sin against God. The fact that somebody says they work for me, it means first and foremost, I have established industry, I've established businesses for people to work. But the challenge I have for you, you now will have my number. Were you to be able to produce one person, just one, I have been and I've created employment and employment for people in the last 29 years here. Were you to produce one person who is owed a salary, and in any case, if you call the person right now, my accountant is here, I will produce the database of that person. If he worked and is not a thief and is not a criminal and is not just trying to malign my name either by a paid agent or by some political opponents, I give you 10 million. One who had worked, and I'm saying this live, anybody who had worked for me. It's just like when you heard a story, just to add that to your question. A while ago, people just came up and say, oh, Gbagi stripped some people naked. I ask a lot of people around, do you believe that story? You know, sensible people say, oh, that's nonsense. And the fact here is this. Before I announced 2 years ago that I want to contest governorship of Delta State, nobody said I stripped them naked. And in any case, I have more businesses in Lagos. They have not said I stripped them in Lagos. I have so much businesses in Abuja. Nobody has said I stripped them in Lagos. So, I mean, it's a quick fix that it was political. The man who did that was the then Attorney General of the state, who thought that is from my local government, were he to smell my character in that manner, he would get an advantage. And very similar to what had happened to a great lady, the lady from the Supreme Court, Mrs. Odeli, who they tried to intimidate and embarrass. That same case, which we have in court today, the Attorney General forged a warrant of arrest without any magistrate signing it, wanting to come and arrest me. And what was it trying to do? Was to handcuff me and humiliate me and make it look as though the public, social media. He had brought about 37 social media people around to my house that morning. I was burying my sister. He had gone the day before to a magistrate to sign a warrant of arrest, and the man said, God forbid, I won't do this. So he brought an empty paper, which he would have flaunted, and said, I've been arrested, I've been handcuffed. So Nigerians, and particularly Deltans, must be very wary of desperate people who have nothing to sell but want to smell characters of people who had paid their dues and their price in society like we have done. I am blemishless. I don't owe anybody. I've never owed anybody that has done any job for me. But you can imagine the extent that young man went. A man that I was party to the decision that made him a commissioner. He wanted to be a governor. If you want to be a governor, well, go ahead and do it. Why come to smell my character? Let us meet ourselves on the field. Anybody want to contest election with me? Let me sell myself to the electorate and let them sell. That I don't pay salary. It got to a stage where they say that I have lion in my house. Maybe you didn't know then. They say I have lion in my house. That was the Odwanga administration just to smell me. At a point, they say I have a snake. They say it was TB Joshua of blessed memory that said so. TB Joshua came out to public and said, I never said any of those. So please, the Deltans should ignore. Let them come, these people talking, let them come with their documents. Let them come with what they've done. I've just said now that within a year, I created 13 universities, for instance. Within a year, I created 16 college of education. This polytechnic that they are saying they are moving, the polytechnic was supposed to be meant for Kwale, which Vioma Agege today says he has taken. If you see the paper, the records are there. I'll give you the paper right now. All of those was in one batch, which we did in PDP. But they are taking it piecemeal to help themselves. The 13 universities are doing very well. Very, very well. So what I'm saying is Deltans should look beyond the screen. I mean, people today, social media has become a problem. It has its positive and its negative, sides of it. And I don't want, because when it happens, people say, "Oh, if you listen to one of the interviews, are you saying those people who have now, in fact, come to start begging me to say, oh, I should forgive them? Are they the people who were doing those television adverts? Are they people who were doing all those social media hype?" It's not. It's the former Attorney General that was doing it. And in any case, I call a spade a spade. We are in court now. Court has now asked him question. These documents are forged. How do you want to explain it? At the appropriate time, Nigerians will be told. In any case, the case has been decided in court, the case of stripped naked girls. And the judge was very quick. He said, look, people are gold diggers. You see a man who has made his name and you want to just, you say you are going to court to charge him for, you want 3 billion each. You see, you just thought I have money, but I'm not foolish with my money. That's why I am prudent, just like the governor is with state money. So between me and you, my brother, nobody has worked for me on record. And if you call one person's name now, my accountant is here, we will produce the name and the salary we have paid to date. We have a database. We don't owe people. We will never do so. In fact, the reason why I have brought a lot of businesses to Delta is not to owe them, it's not to suffer them, but to give them a source of livelihood.
This is Rero TV, and my name is Rero Henry Akbos. Thank you for watching.